And I run for miles just to get a taste. Must be and you got me like, ow, yeah. What you want from me? And they try to buy your pretty heart, but price too high. Baby, you got me like, your love will not fall apart. So you can put me again and throw me against that wall. Baby, you got me like, won't you stop loving me? Don't quit loving me. Just stop loving me, yeah. I'm dead. I'm without I just to get close to you. And I run for miles just to get a taste. Must be This is Black Titanic. Hit that like button, share and subscribe. From me, and they try to buy your pretty heart, but price too high. Baby, you got me like, your love will not fall apart. So you can put me again and throw me against that wall. Baby, you got me like, won't you stop loving me? Don't quit loving me. Just stop loving me, yeah. I'm dead. I'm without I just to get close to you. And I run for miles just to get a taste. Must be and you got me like, ow, yeah. What you want from me? And they try to buy your pretty heart, but price too high. Baby, you got me like, your love will not fall apart. So you can put me again and throw me against that wall. Baby, you got me like, won't you stop loving me? Don't quit loving me. Just stop loving me, yeah. I'm dead. I'm without I just to get close to you. And I run for miles just to get a taste. Must be This is Black Titanic. Hit that like button, share and subscribe. From me, and they try to buy your pretty heart, but price too high. Baby, you got And I run for miles just to get the taste. Must be and you got me like now. Yeah. What you want from me? What you want from me? And they try to buy your pretty heart, but price too high. Baby, you got me like your love will not fall apart. So you can put me again and throw me against that wall. Baby, you got me like won't you stop love on me? Don't quit love on me. Just stop love on me, yeah. I'm dead. I'm without I just to get close to you. The ransom. And I run for miles just to get the taste. Must be This is Black Titanic. Hit that like button, share and subscribe. Hey, welcome to the home of Black Titanic. Welcome all you Titanians, y'all. So I will be y'all remind me to put my banner up, but I don't put it up in the beginning because it causes the videos to freeze. So I'm going to put it up, y'all, but y'all just remind me of my banner a little later. That put the banner up when the people come up to speak. Anyway, you guys, Grand Rising. I just been laying back and watching the ish. I call it the ish that's going on in these YouTube streets, you guys. The ish, negative ish is coming. This ish that's going on in these YouTube street is coming from a place of darkness, spiritual wickedness. Spiritual darkness is what I'm singing, and I just was didn't know what to do. Should I come on now? Should I come on later? It's so polarized out there in these YouTube streets, particularly the love and marriage Huntsville. Now, the YouTube street is a wide variety, but I'm talking about the polarization in the love and marriage Huntsville category. Darkness. Spiritual wickedness from high places. Now, we have been informed of this love and marriage Huntsville cast. We've been knowing that they are dark people, right? Dark, can't focus with light. They can't get along with light. We see one person on this show right now dealing with light. That's Melody. I can't comment on the Fletchers. They just got there, right? But we had one person constantly trying to do black excellence on this show, constantly trying to be the light on this show, and that was Melody. So this is what this is about, spiritual warfare, the spiritual wickedness in high places, this ish going on. The content creators, yeah, it's embarrassing to me. I feel so embarrassed. I never felt so embarrassed in my life of grown people acting the way they're acting. And these between the content creators. You doxing, you flagging, you're pulling up people personal account. Now, it has nothing to do with the show. Now, if you guys are reporting on the show, what's going on with the show, that's fine. Like we report on Zen Garden and all of that. And all the Love and Marriage Huntsville cast member crew, what's going on in their lives and their realities. But this right here has nothing to do with Love and Marriage Huntsville. You pulling other people documents where they live at, their home, their address. Doxing, y'all call it. I never heard of it before, but now I know what doxing is. Doxing, yeah. I know that's all y'all been talking about. And I sit there and I'm going from I'm in the bushes now. I'm on everybody's channel just looking, just amazed. I'm amazed because of the ages that's involved. We're not talking about no teenagers. We're talking about seasoned adults that's arguing with each other over a content. Oh, you didn't give me credit. Oh, I made you. I made you. I made your content. I made your videos. I made you who you are. It's just a on and on and on petty kind of stuff. Yeah, content creators, I'm embarrassed with all y'all. Now, I done engaged in some of this foolery myself with back and forth with Wanda. I have engaged in it too, so I'm not exempted. But I'm telling y'all the truth, I was scared. I was scared to come out alive when all this polarization was going on. You got people name being dragged everywhere. You got even excellent, I'm going to call name. You got excellence like Queen Sheba name even pulled and dragged all in this. So Queen Sheba had to come out defending herself. What the hell is going on? Queen Sheba is a liar, they say. I'm like, what is going on here? What did she do? But it's just constantly, your content creator, if you keep feeding it, of course, our subscribers gonna comment. Okay, good morning, Miss Reese. Let me say hi to y'all. Scorpio says ego is at the root. Ego, Scorpio MZ. Clem Guard is saying Grand Rising, Pinky, the housewife is here. Yeah, Pinky, you need to come on up here. Greed is an awful thing. Calling a thing, yes. Calling a thing, you guys. I gotta get early this morning. We're gonna do something different. We're gonna visit the spiritual world. This is a spiritual warfare going on. We're gonna visit this spiritual world. Y'all know every morning I don't used to get up and preach. I just try to respect everybody. Everybody on here spirituality. Some of y'all are Christians, some of y'all are Muslims, some of y'all are Israelite, some of y'all are Baptist, some of y'all are Catholic, some of us are spiritual. But whatever the case is, we all in this one great big old umbrella where we looking for the higher power. We're looking for peace and love is what we're looking for. But anyway, happy Sunday in Pretentious, Nosy Rosie Graham. Hey, babe. Hey, how are you? She said, Grand Rising at Black Titanic and Coast House. How is everyone doing this morning? Pinky, let me throw you the link so you can come up here. I don't know if Pinky out there in the audience. Is Pinky out there in the audience? If so, I'm just throwing this link for her. I don't know. So, we got this spiritual weakness that's going on, y'all. And then there was so much surrounding, this wickedness was surrounding the name change of Melody. Even before she changed her name, we saw all this spiritual darkness coming from her ex-husband. Oh, it's just a slap in the face for her to change her last name. He can't see what good Miss Rogers' last name is. He can't see the good in that, you guys. But the Bible says, put on the whole armor of God that you may be able to withstand the devil. Yeah, put on the whole armor, they say. That's what they say, do. Let me put that up for y'all. Let me see if I can find it, y'all. Let's read this together. In order to go through this, I want us to put on the whole armor. Let's just put on this whole armor and see what's going on. I gotta see if I can find it. Hopefully I downloaded it, y'all. Let's see if this is it. You up there, Pinky? Finally, be strong in the Lord and his mighty power. Ephesians 6:10. Put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. He's constantly scheming. He's constantly planning and plotting against you. For our struggles is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers. Our struggle is against the rulers. Our struggle is against the authorities. Our struggles against the powers of the dark world and against the spiritual forces of evilness in the heavenly realms. This is a spiritual battle we're undergoing, you guys. It says that for our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the power of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realm. Therefore, put on the full armor of God. Put it on. Put on the full armor of your higher power, whatever you believe in, so that when the day of evil comes, you may be able to stand your ground. So that when the day of the evil comes on this YouTube street, man, didn't want to come out here alive. It was so polarizing. Put on the full armor of God or your higher power or Yahweh or Jehovah, whoever you call, Yahshua, so that when the day of evil comes, you may be able to stand your ground. And after this, you have done everything to stand your grounds, y'all. There's a spiritual battle going on, y'all. This spiritual battle goes on every day. Ephesians 6:10 and 18 said, well, we have spiritual armor. It's saying that we have spiritual armor that we're able to put on to protect us, you guys. Oh, be strong. Be strong. And in his mighty power, you guys, be strong. Put on all of God's armor so that you will be able to stand firm against all the strategies of the devil. My God, there was so many strategies going on in this Love and Marriage Huntsville cast members, just the whole community. So many plots and plans and tricks and strategies going on. It say you will be able to stand against all the strategies of the devil if you just put on your whole armor. Why? Because we are not fighting against flesh and blood enemies, but against the rulers and principalities coming from high places. Put on the armor of God. All right, Pinky, are you up there? Did I take you back down, Pinky? Pinky, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, I am here. I'm not uh, echoing, am I? Good
Keep on
morning.
talking. It's too early to tell. I don't know.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. Let me just. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Scorpio, Shirley, Grand Rising to everybody. Let me, Petitious and Renita Elliott. Uh, everybody. Good morning. I'm sorry if I missed any. Miss Reese, I'm here.
Okay, well, she's up here. She's gonna be. If you get sick and you need to drop down, let me know. But
Oh,
this is about spiritual battles, and I'm gonna put a video up, and then I know you're gonna do something for me also, right?
yes, yes, I am.
Okay, but we're going through this video first. Then after this video, you can do your thing.
Okay.
All right,
Uh,
you guys.
Let me get it. It's on my laptop. Let me uh let me just pull it up.
Okay, listen, I need you to, you can just go ahead on and do what you gotta do in silence. I'm gonna put this video up.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, this is, uh, I come to change your name. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that having name change was in the Bible? When Jacob was wrestling with that angel, Jacob was wrestling with an angel. He kept saying, the angel kept saying, let me go, let me go, let me go. Jacob said, no, I can't let you go until you bless me. You got to bless me. I'm not going to let you go till you bless me. He was talking to the angels, you guys. This is coming out of my book, Angels in Time of Trouble, you guys. Where the book at, y'all? Anyway, I got to put it down somewhere. It's coming out of my book, Angels in Time of Trouble, was when I was in 2006. I wrote this book because I was having all these visions of angels coming to me, showing me what was going to be happening in the world, all the disasters. But anyway, let's get back on Jacob. The angel told Jacob, well, look, I come to change your name. That's what I come. Your name will no more be Jacob. It will be Ishmael. Ishmael, yes. So name changing is in the Bible, and that's what this is about, name changing. Doesn't matter with me now. Well, I don't know what will happen now. We've got some difficult days ahead, but it really doesn't matter with me now because I've been to the mountaintop. I don't mind. Like anybody, I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its place. But I'm not concerned about that now. I just want to do God's will. And He's allowed me to go up to the mountain. And I've looked over and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. So I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. My eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. This is from my book, The Angels and Time and Trouble. Jacob wrestled with the angel. I chose this because it talks about, the Bible speaks of a name change, right? Melody underwent a name change. You look over here at the ancestors. So your ancestors are in your womb, y'all. Y'all see that angel over there with the staff. You see the umbilical cord that he's attached to. They are in our womb. We have our angels or our ancestors in our womb looking over us from birth. Okay, but angels wrestled. Jacob wrestled was with an angel was about a name change. The Bible says that Jacob was alone and an angel came and wrestled with him. The angel wrestled with him until the sun came up. Jacob said, I'm not gonna let you go. I said I'm not gonna let you go. I said you can't go until you bless me. He was pulling on in it. You can't go. You can't go until you bless me. He was pulling all on the angel. So the angel blessed him. Genesis chapter 12. Now, this book is about angels, right? This book is about in '06, I was having all these visions from coming from angels. But Tuesday, February the 7th, 2006, was Coretta Scott King funeral or her homecoming celebration. She was a slave descendant. She was a poor woman that picked cotton in the cruel fields of the segregated South. But God granted her favor, y'all. The blessings of the Lord led her to walk amongst kings and queens. And while more than 10,000 people attended her homecoming celebration, among them was 4 presidents, senators, governors, mayors, judges, and a host of celebrity favor. This poor cotton picker, she was picking cotton. She had nothing, but God granted her favor. Oh, did they have a Holy Ghost good time, you guys? Holy Ghost good time. I remember in 2006 when these angels was visiting me and I was having all these visions. I was having a Holy Ghost good time. You see, I felt special because these angels had showed themselves to me. See, you may not have seen them, but it was not meant for you to see. It was only meant for my eyes to see. They had a Holy Ghost good time, y'all. And throughout the celebration, musical icons such as Wine and Stephen Wonder, Baron Cage performed at her homecoming. As the Spirit of the Lord fell upon the temple, it left chills running down the spines of the mourners. Yes, also performing was Jeff Majors and spiritual dancing and a host of choirs, which the Spirit of the Lord fell upon. Y'all know when that Spirit of the Lord fall upon the choir, they gonna hypnotize you with heavenly music. The angels, the angelic musician, and minister sweet melodies to our ears. It soothed the human souls. Like a bolt of lightning. Oh my God, like a hurricane out of nowhere. Sometimes tragedy happens. I remember when I got the news that my nephew was murdered in school while walking down the hallway. Shot in the back of the head, blew his brains out. Todd Brown. Yeah, I remember that tragedy, y'all. It just happened. He was only 14 years old. A foreign guy from Pakistan just took a gun while he was walking down the highway and blew his brains out. I miss you, Todd, so much. I miss you. But anyway, a death swept through the house and hit like a hurricane. And another death just kept sweeping like a hurricane through this family. And another death, especially those that were murdered. When they murder like that, there's just no closure, you guys. There's just no sense in it. But anyway, death swept through the house and hit like a hurricane. Of course, God knew that the time will come. The time will come when your heart is going to be broken. The time will come when your heart will be shadowed. So God created a remedy for despair. God created a remedy for depression and the spirit of heaviness, y'all. Isaiah 61:3 said, put on the garment of praise. That's why out in the slave field, they were out there picking cotton. Some of them had their babies tied on their back, but they were singing, they were praising, they were dancing to get rid of the heaviness and all the burden that had manifested in their life as being a slave. Oh, the garment of praise enables a person to rejoice even before the problems are removed. Yes, the problems are still there, but when I put that garment of praise on, that gospel music or your favorite soulful song or your favorite rap music or even your favorite, or just get up and dance. Or sometime I just want to, like grandma used to do, just pat one foot. She sit there and pat that foot and moan, pat that feet and moan, but put on the whole armor, that praise that you got going on. Sometimes that praise could deliver you from affliction. We see Mel so eloquently sometimes singing her heart out. She sings all these things that have happened to her life that caused her to be depressed or down and out. She flipped it and she sing. It brings praises to her soul. We see Melody dancing. She's putting on praise, the garment of praise, y'all. And as the spirit of thanksgiving and praise to God is exhausted, the Holy Ghost manifests itself. Anyway, y'all, of course, during the homecoming celebration, Bernice King was caught up in the spirit of the Lord as she grew, as she gave her mom's eulogy. Bernice King did. She wore the true garment of praise and thanksgiving. Oh, mama, this is Bernice to her mama. Without season, mama mourned for 3 hours. Without stop for 3 hours, mama mourned, said Bernice. Mama, Mama, are you hurting? Why you mourning so much? Mama, are you hurting? Why you mourning so much? This is Bernice King talking to Scott Coretta Scott King, Martin Luther King White. Why are you mourning? Are you hurting, Mama? She said, Mama mourned for 3 hours. She shook her head no, y'all. She shook her head no, but she was over there mourning for 3 hours. Then I thought, Mom must be wrestling with God. She must be wrestling with God, said Bernice, like Jacob did in the Bible. Then I thought about Jacob's journey. The Bible tells us that Jacob was left alone and he wrestled with an angel. Let go! Let go of me! Let go, said the angel. Let go of me. He demanded. I won't let you go. I can't let you go. Sir, I can't let you go until you bless me. So the holy being touched the hollow of his thigh. Notice what I said the holy being did. He touched the hollow of his thigh. Immediately, it felt like it had shocked him, like electricity had went all through his body. Notice the power. Notice the angel touch forced his thigh bone out of place, y'all. That's how powerful that angel was. Now remember, Jacob was wrestling with the angel. The angel was just toying with Jacob. Jacob is just a little mortal human being. He had no strength for that angel, but all that angel did was turn around. He was tired of Jacob. He touched him, the hollow of his thigh bone, knocked it out of socket. The angel touch forced his thigh bone out of place. Of course, Jacob was no match for the angel. It was as if he played with Jacob. It was the angelic expression of heavenly love and approval. As you read the chapter, you will find out that the angel's assignment was to rename him, you guys. Mel said, God said, go. And then God told her that name got to go to that hope's name. Now the angel asked Jacob, what's your name? What is your name? The angel asked him. I said, Jacob, what is your name? But your name shall not be called Jacob anymore, but Ishmael, the angel said. As the prince, you have power with God as well with other men. And then Jacob said, asked the angel, now what's your name? Why is it that you ask of my name? The angel replied. Then he blessed him. Oh my God, I seen the face. God, I seen the face of an angel. Oh my God, Jacob shouted. My life is preserved. I'm sure you guys, some kind of way, have had some kind of personal encounter with a holy being. When Jacob was wrestling with that angel, I'm picturing your thoughts that you have in your head that you're wrestling with. All these thoughts Melody has to go through. My name changed. You told me to go, God. I left. Now you're telling me I got to get rid of the host name. What about my children? Should I change my children's name, or should I leave them as the little host kid, or should I change them to Roger? What shall I do? I'm talking to you. This assignment is for you. Change your name. I'm sure the personal encounter with the holy being transferred Jacob's mind. I'm there with you, Melody. I'm right there with you spiritually, where your mind had to be transferred. Truly, he found a new meaning in life. Truly, Melody found a new meaning in life. Truly, you shall find a new meaning in life once you transfer your mind. Oh, Jacob's eyes was filled with tenderness, but that angel, when they come, they leave you with authorities. When your ancestor come, they leave you with power. You be dreaming. You be having vision, whatever you want to call it. But when they coming for something. They coming to bless you. And God rename you. He renews your mind when he rename you. Your name is not Helen anymore. Your name is Oma, after Oma. He will cover the human weaknesses and place you in the seat of authority and strength. And as God renames you, he renews the mind. He washes away the past. Old things are gone. Quit talking to me about that man. Quit trying to throw that man on me. I saw that all through this last episode when she was talking to the Fletcher. Quit throwing that man off on me, and I need a lock on my door for my safety. I don't trust him. God has renewed my mind. He washed away the past. and the dim souls become brighter. Nobody is embracing the new me. My mind has transferred. That's the old melody that y'all know. That old melody is gone. I am Dr. Melody Cherie Rogers. That's who I am. He will cover the human weaknesses and place you in the seat of authority and strength. Of course, God is in the business of freedom. God is in the business of restoration. He gives new lives for old. Now y'all can put whatever y'all want to put in there. I am a spiritual person. I can put my higher power gives me strength. My higher power, my Yahweh. What else y'all call him? Yahweh is Jehovah, God, Lord. Higher power, whatever you call him. He comes to restore and give you freedom. And as you continue to read about Jacob, you will find that God constantly renewed him. The higher power constantly renewed him. That's why they can't keep up with Melody. She's constantly being renewed by these angels. My soul can't understand it. That blessing is on her. Oh, this t-shirt. Yeah, I don't value that t-shirt. Because her t-shirt sells and yours don't. That favor is on her. It's not on you. Angels in a time of trouble. The ending of time. This book is dedicated to the angels that have journeyed the earth, or our ancestors, right? This book is dedicated to my great nephew, Todd Brown. He got his angel's wing February the 5th, 2010, at the age of 14. Yeah, the angels come to change your name. When they change your name, they transfer your mind. They restore you. They give you strength. I come to bless you. I come to change your name.
And now, please tell us about these new episodes of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Starting tomorrow, September 16th. What can the fans expect to see?
Oh my gosh. When I say this new season is full of drama, it's kind of giving me season 1 vibes. Like season 1 energy, like when the show first popped off and became super popular. That's how this second half is giving all of that. Like, oh yeah, popcorn. Get your popcorn ready.
Oh wow. So Melody, so now what is this that I'm hearing about? You having an over-the-top name changing ceremony this season?
Oh yes, absolutely. So, Gary, everyone kind of witnessed me married, then experiencing one of the biggest scandals in reality TV marriage, and then a divorce, okay? And so I'm literally going back to my maiden name, and we all know names carry vibrations. So this is a new vibration for me, a new level of freedom, a new level of living.
So you go back to Hope?
That was my married name.
Oh.
I'm dropping Holt and going back to Rogers.
Okay.
Roger that.
All right. I mean, so did you invite Montel?
Absolutely not.
You invite Montel?
No. Why would I invite Montel? No, look, I said that we on a new vibration. Okay. So with the new vibration means lower vibrations ain't invited.
Moving on, our friend and creator and executive.
Number 1, Alice Parker. Invention: natural gas heating system. In the early 20th century, people relied on wood and coal to heat their homes. Alice Parker was an African American who came up with the revolution. They would then cover a table with a thick cloth, usually a kitchen table. could only use one iron at a time. To speed up the hair waving process, she created a device that used multiple rods hung above the client's head. These rods then roll a couple of sections of the hair at once. It heats the hair and creates a hairstyle that it can hold for days. In 1928, Joyner received a patent for her invention. Salons quickly started using it. A year later, she also received a patent for a scalp protector. Number 7. Sarah Boone. Invention. The ironing board. Sarah Boone wasn't the first person to invent an ironing board, but
Save big at the Rooms to Go mattress sale. Get a king-size mattress for the price of a queen, starting at
the first woman to create an improvement to the ironing board. In the 1800s, people would heat irons on a fire or a stove. They would then cover a table with a thick cloth, usually a kitchen table. Those who could afford it would prop an ironing board. At the time, ironing boards were bulky and wide. Boone's improved ironing board was designed to be effective for ironing ladies' garments and sleeves. It was curved, narrow, and reversible. This made it easy to iron sleeves on both sides. Number 8. Ellen Eglin. Invention. Clothes wringer. Ellen Eglin was an African-American inventor who revolutionized the chore of laundry. She created a clothes wringer that would help wash and dry clothes faster. In the 1800s, laundry was backbreaking work. People would have to scrub clothes by hand, wring out the water, and hang them out to dry. Eglin decided to change things with a new device. The clothes wringer came with 2 wooden rollers. After washing and rinsing the clothes, people could feed the clothes into the wooden rollers and squeeze the water out. The wringer significantly reduced the washing process and the effort it took to do the laundry. Number 9. Linda D. Newman. Invention. Hairbrush with synthetic bristles. In 1898, Linda Newman received a patent for her improved hairbrush design. Thanks to her experience as a hairdresser and Black woman, she created a more practical, efficient, and affordable hairbrush. During that period, most hairbrushes were made of animal hair, but the bristles were too soft to handle thicker hair. Synthetic fibers were more durable and easier to work with. The brush had bristles that were evenly dispersed, including a compartment that would collect debris. With a simple push of a button, the user can clean the compartment. It was convenient, effective, and easier to manufacture. We've been lied to about who we truly are and our history all of our lives, which is how they keep us stuck and confused. But it's time to change the narrative and tell our own stories and history. That's exactly why we made our new ebook called The Root.
This is Black Culture
Unlocked. The traps
Unlocked.
that keep us stuck in the system, and how to become the best version of yourself.
Black Culture Unlocked.
Click the link in our description to grab yours now for 75% off. Number 10. Bessie Blunt. Invention. Feeding device for amputees. Blunt was one of the few Black physical therapists at the time. During World War II, she realized that much of the equipment was inadequate, especially when it came to the treatment of veteran amputees. She taught patients innovative ways to use their feet. She also created a feeding device that would help patients eat comfortably and independently in a level or upright position. In 1951, Blunt received a patent for her apparatus, known as the Portable Receptacle Support. Number 11. Mary Kenner. Invention. Sanitary belt, attachment for wheelchair or walker, toilet paper holder, and mounted back massager and washer. Mary Kenner is the first Black woman to have the most patents. She was born in 1912 and received a patent in 1957 for the sanitary belt. Although she originally invented the sanitary belt in the 1920s, she didn't have the funds for a patent. She later improved the product. The goal of her invention was to prevent menstrual blood from leaking on clothes. This was a common problem for ladies. In 1976, she also invented an attachment for a wheelchair or walker. It came with a soft pocket and a hard surface tray that could carry items. A couple of years later, in 1982, she invented the toilet paper holder. This product resembles much of the toilet paper holders we use today. Her last patent was for a mounted back massager and a washer, granted in 1987. All her inventions were aimed at improving convenience for users and quality of life. Countless modern-day conveniences come from the accomplishments of men, but many Black women have also left a mark on history. Despite the numerous obstacles of sexism and racism, they created countless technologies, devices, and products that contributed to the way we use things today.
This is Black Titanic. Hit hit that like button, hit the subscriber button, hit that cash or ash as well. Black History Spotlight. Black women. Yes, so I added the little black women's inventor along with that. But if y'all notice, it was in 2006 that I was having these visions, and that was when Coretta Scott King had died, and that was when I I started when Bernice was at her bedside, her mama bedside, and said she had moaned for hours, y'all, for 3 hours. She thought her mama was in pain, and she asked Coretta Scott King, "Are you hurting?" Her mother said no. Then she said she must be wrestling with God. And when she said that, I thought about Jacob. Jacob was wrestling with that angel, but the angel came to change his name. So name changing is political, you guys. This woman got so much flack from these darkness, these wicked people about changing her last name, and it's political. Okay, we have here Mrs. Pinky. Pinky,
Hello.
that's how you.
Hello. Thank you, everybody. And what I'm going to, and everything you just did, Black Titanic, that was awesome. Everything you did was very, very nice. But what I'm going to be talking about is actually the what Kimmy was talking to about with Melanie and Keisha. Letitia was in there at the what do you call it? The nail salon when they was getting their toes done. So I'm going to actually be talking about them. And if you notice, during that time, Kimmy, I guess she thought she had something smart to say, or to me, I think they had already talked about it between Kimmy and Letitia before Melanie even got there, even before the scene. Because if you notice, um, Tisha didn't have nothing to say. She just sat over in the corner and just smiled and grinned and just took glee in what was going on. And to me, that was another form of the evilness, the devilness of them coming out. They don't have Melanie's best interest at heart. So it was a good thing that Melanie did not invite them. She knows who to invite because she knows these are not her friends. These are not even considered good friends, or good associates. They're not even good work people, work people. She know that they have that envious heart, that jealous heart, that heart that is not pure for her. uh, it doesn't take Melanie to be a rocket scientist to know this. She knows it. Just Melanie knows people. She can just look, and plus when you are walking with God anyway, he lets people reveal themselves early on to you. She doesn't have to go through a heartache and tremendous pain to see that these two people, I'm not going to even call them women, these two people are not for her. So I'm not, they're not for her. And this is Melanie. Look at her, how beautiful she is. This is when she just dropped this line here yesterday. Her new line came out Friday. Friday was yesterday. And just look at this outfit. She just, I mean, no matter what she puts on, she makes it look fabulous. Fabulous. She is, she is slaying the look, what they call the look book. She is slaying that look. Yes, yes, yes. I just and most people are afraid to or ashamed to say they're a millimeter. I don't know why. You're not afraid to say you're this or that or this or that with some other star or singer. But yes, I am a millimeter. I'm a full-fledged millimeter. Yes, I am. And I'm not afraid or ashamed to say that. I rock with Melanie 100%. So that's just me. And you can call yourself whatever you want, but that's just me. And I'm not here to bash anybody. Because we on this channel, we come for love. We do nothing but love on this channel. Okay. So, but let's get back to the when they went to the spa. When they went to the spa, it was a Kimmy Kimmy set this up, right? And invited both of them, Letitia and Melanie. Kimmy got there first, then Letitia showed up, Copy and Paste showed up, and then Melanie showed up. And then when they did show up, you can tell that Kimmy was so happy. The first thing comes out of her mouth is to try to take digs at Melanie. But Melanie is not worried about that. Melanie didn't even have to be prepared. And I love that, Brenda Gray. You said hashtag millimeters. Scorpion, millimeters right here. Thank you guys. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for saying that. August 17th. Thank you, millimeter baby. All right. Thank you guys. But Kimmy was so anxious, so happy to be able to try to dig at Melanie. And when she tried that, everything, if you notice, it didn't fall the way she had planned. It was a big failure. It was a big failure. But she didn't know it was going to be a big failure until it all flopped. Okay, here she goes. I'm going to show you that scene. I'm going to show you guys that scene. I don't know whether I can pull it up in short from my slides, but I got it on my phone just in case. Here it is right here. And I'm going to...
So look, but when you think about that doesn't play a role either as far as your kid's name and your name being different. No, not at all. I guess when I got married, I moved my last name to my middle name. Okay.
Can y'all see that?
It was just in my head for having children. I never really wanted to be in that stereotype where your kids go to school and they're like, "What's your last name?" And they're like, "Grant." What's your mama last name? Scott. As African Americans, I think a lot of times we're thrown into a stereotypical cycle of, I'm going to assume that your kids don't have your mama's last name. And I think it's tragic.
She said she's going to assume that people assume. What she's trying to say is to clear-skinned people, assume your kids don't have your mother's last name. Wasn't nobody assuming that but her. That's some crock stuff that she was wrestling with in her brain for all them years, the whole time she was a baby mama. Melanie never was a baby mama. Melanie was a wife. Her kids had her last name. They all had this last name, same last name from birth. So you're right, Scorpion. She need to hush. Kimmy need to hush it up. Be quiet. Okay, here it is. I'm gonna let it finish playing, guys.
That just matters. Like, being baby mamas and not having the last name, having not been married. You and Jalen technically don't have the same last name anymore.
Ooh. What you say, Melanie? Her not having a last name? Her not having that last name. Because you was a baby mama. I guess you should have picked another battle because that one was not it. That was not the battle that you should have picked, Kimmy, because that fell flat. You are a baby mama. The whole time you was raising your son, you were a baby mama. You was never a wife. You didn't become a wife until your son became grown. He was a full-fledged grown man when you became married. So and then she didn't say the word child or son. She said children. When did you become a mother of children? You had one child. And the stepson is not your child. He's already big boy. So you never became had kids. She didn't even say it right, nor did she come at Melanie right. So she got shut down. That fell flat. And she got egg all in her face. You see what happens when the devil comes your way. And then when God is standing right there beside you, God was standing right there beside her. She didn't have to get ready for Kimmy. God gave her the words to say, and she just put them out. And she didn't even have to come get her. She didn't even have to come at her bad. She didn't have to use no bad words. She didn't have to come angry or nothing. It just came out just as smoothly. That's God working, guys. God is working. Okay, thank you, Black Titanic. I can't hear you. We can't hear you. Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
That stage right there was set up perfectly. We're talking about spiritual battles going on.
Yeah.
When Melody was sitting down in that spa that she just explained to y'all the scenario of that spa and how them demons had plotted. Don't she like my friend said that they had already talked about it before they got there. They had already plotted against Melody. You saw Tisha couldn't wait. She was laughing and grinning before anybody said anything. She couldn't hold herself because it was a spiritual warfare going on. And this time we getting ready to embarrass Melody. Yeah. We got her, y'all. We got her.
We got it.
But there's a spiritual battle that goes on every day. Apostle Paul says in Ephesians 6:10-18, we have spiritual battles going on every day, y'all. What's your spiritual battle? What is your spiritual battle? What is your wilderness? We all go through them. Sometimes it could be just with family members effing with you, fucking with you, y'all.
Right.
But the Lord said, be strong in the Lord and his mighty power. Put on all of God's armor so you may be able to withstand the schemes of the devil. Okay, y'all, I'm moving it right on along. This week we're just honoring Coretta Scott King's spirit kept coming back to me. So we're finna honor the ancestors, Coretta Scott King. All right, here's go Love and Marriage Huntsville. This is Love and Marriage Huntsville, you guys. Be strong out there, y'all. Put that armor on. Even when you get depressed, they said that God gave you the praise. Yeah, when you get depressed, just go there and go and dance, sing, be joyful like the slaves did out there. Man, was they singing out there in them cotton fields? Were they singing in slavery? They were dancing. They were carrying their babies on their hips and be out there picking them cotton all the time. You got the best spiritual songs that came out of slavery, you guys. But anyway, put on that whole armor. What we see all this.
And subscribe. Remember, Eagles.
Keep the light burning, she said. Keep that light burning.
Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. This is Arthur Alma.
I ain't keeping the light burning.
Eagles fly with eagles.
All angels in the time of trouble, you guys. Y'all could see that book. This is written by me, Alma, right? For years, I wrote all the visions that I had every time an angel came and visited me, or my ancestors, you guys. But anyway, I'm led to the story of Joseph, right? Joseph said I was 17 years old. I was tending the sheep. Joseph returned home and gave his father a bad report. It concerned the older brothers. The Bible said that Israel, the father, loved the youngest son more than the others because at old age he had conceived. And when the oldest brothers saw that the father displayed favoritism towards Joseph, they began to hate him. What's in common with the story is that if you look at the love and marriage household, we're looking at it as one big family. Male is the youngest, Melody. And it seems like the entire household hates her, right? They feel like she's been favored for some reason or another, and they don't understand why they are not being favored. Ish, spiritual weakness going on around here. Let's just keep going. Later, Joseph had a dream. He told his brothers. Well, said Joseph in the middle of the field. Joseph is telling his brothers about his dream. I was in the middle of the field when I had this vision. We were all binding sheaves, and my sheaves stood erect while your sheaf bowed down to my sheaf. Yeah, your sheep bowed down to mine. I had this vision that y'all was bowing down to me. Are you bragging that you're going to be king over us? Or are you going to dominion over us? The brother asked. So they found fresh reason to hate him. Let me say that again. They found fresh reason to hate them. Never mind now. Oh, this platform that the Love and Marriage Huntsville cast on. Whose vision, whose dream is it? It's Melody's. It's Melody's, and in their mind, they want to dominate her. It don't matter whether it's Melody, dream or vision that has come true. They found a fresh way to hate her. Means they had no legitimate way to hate Joseph. And we still trying to ask the Love and Marriage castmate too, what have this girl did for y'all to hate her? The Bible said they found fresh reason to hate Joseph, after which he had another dream. Again, he revealed it to him. He revealed the vision. Y'all, you can't be telling these people your vision. He said the sun and the moon and the stars was bowing down to me, Joseph said. And what Melody do all the time? They call her the marketing queen because all of her dreams and her visions has always been displayed on the internet. And who comes to her rescue? All the stars and the moons and the planet above seems like is coming to her rescue. They're bowing down to her. No, Stormy said it should be me because I came on here rich. I'm the only one ever came to this show self-made. Why aren't y'all bowing down to me? This is the fans. Remember when Kimmy said, yeah, your fans. She brought up her fans, you guys. Social marketing, the marketing queen. Yes, the sun, the moon, and the stars was bowing. The brother saw him, but the brother was plotting. Y'all know it's always a plot. There's with Melody is showing up. They are sister-in-laws and brother-in-laws, and they are plotting against Melody every time she showed up. Y'all, this last episode, you knew was a plot. Right there in that spa room, whatever they were doing, Tisha was laughing. She was laughing. She was waiting for Kimmy to just tear her down for changing her name. Yes, they had plotted it. And then you can go into the boardroom, right? The combat group. They gang up on her in the gang up room, in the combat group again. Why? They always plotting.
Middle name. Okay. A lot of it was just.
So Kimmy is being a hypocrite. What she's doing is questioning Mel about having her last name changed. She's questioning her motherhood, you guys. But Mel gonna throw it back at her, like it's a shame that the children is not gonna have the same last name as their mother. But Mel had to throw it back in her face. Jalen and you don't have the same last name.
Just in my head for having children, I never really wanted to be that stereotype where your kids go to school and they're like, "What's your last name?" and they're like, "Grant." "What's your mama last name?" "Scott."
Y'all see that shade she's throwing at Melody, and she's taking up for Martell. This woman is a snake, you guys. Kimmy is so mean-spirited. It's all she do is take up for Egghead. Yeah, Martell. Yeah, let's just keep it going. Kimmy, you getting on my nerves.
As African Americans, I think a lot of times we're thrown into a stereotypical cycle of, I'm going to assume that your kids don't have your mama's last name. And I think it's tragic. That just mattered, to me.
You mean being baby mamas and not having the last name, having not been married? Mm-hmm. You and Jalen technically don't have the same last name anymore.
Now, you see that. Look at Keisha. She got a little smirk on her face, you guys. Anytime Mel is being confronted about something that she feels is negative, she's going to have a little smirk on her face. Now, and Kimmy, your mother has many baby dads, Tisha, so you can't sit up here with no smirk on your face, because I don't know, but I just assume that all of you and your family don't have the same last name. I do know your mother has many baby dad, Tisha. Okay, Melody hopes. See y'all tomorrow night. I guess. #Love and Marriage Huntsville. Man, the gift that keep on giving. Millimeters. Yes. So Joseph knew, I gotta back up. They plotted to throw their brother into a big old pit full of water that he would drown, you guys. "Let's kill him," Reuben said. "Instead, let's pitch him inside the water pit." No, Reuben tried to save his life. Reuben was one of the other brothers. He knew about the plan, but he said, "Let's just save his life. Instead, let's throw him down there in that pit." Saints, Reuben's purpose was to save Joseph's life. That's one of the brothers, y'all. Thus later, he will come back and return to his home and his father. Now, as soon as Joseph approached them, his brother tore off this colorful gown, this garment. They pitched him into a dirty water pit. It was dry, y'all. The fact that there was no water meant that a divine intervention had taken place, right, y'all? Already, there was no water down there where he could drown. The angels had absorbed the water as Joseph, so Joseph couldn't drown. Though the scripture don't tell us that the angels were assisting Joseph, we must use our spiritual eyes. We must know the unseen and unspoken things that exist from heaven. Spiritual warfare, wickedness, dark people, demons. This is what we're dealing with. Beloved, the angels are spiritual and divine beings. They can occupy space. But talking about our ancestors, I'm referring to them as my ancestors. You guys refer them to as what you want to. But I'm using, in this case, for my own sake, ancestors are angels. They share energy. They occupy space with us inside the water pit. they protected Joseph. Now he was down in that pit. He just couldn't crawl back out. That's just how deep it is. How many holes have they tried to put Melody in? How many pits have they tried to dig her in over the internet? What about that revenge P? That was a pit. That was a hole, but it backfired because the angels is there to protect. I said that, beloved, the angels are spiritual and divine beings. They can occupy space. They share energy with us inside that water pit, inside that hole that you trying to deal for Melody, that they try to deal for Joseph. He was protected by the ancestors. It was God that invaded Reuben's thoughts, which it led to saving Joseph's life. You want to put Yahweh in it. Some of y'all call him Yahweh. Some of y'all call him Jehovah. Some of us just spiritual beings, right? Higher power. But it was this higher power of God that invaded Reuben's thoughts, led to save him because the other brother want to kill him. It was God who delayed Joseph's brother. It was a divine plan. The divine plan that Melody got over her life, she'll tell y'all once she got shed a lot of those dark energy, she began to excel. The divine plan can't work effectively if you don't help it work. The Bible tells us that the brothers sit down to eat. Check this out. After they told that he was going to die, they sat down and eat. Yeah, we see this. We see it on Love and Marriage Huntsville after every one of them think they done dug a hole for Melody. Think that she was going to crumble. They all out in the parking lot, all of them storming them, dancing with money, all out in Black Lounge, dancing and eating. The Bible tells us that the brothers sit down to eat. Love and Marriage Huntsville showed us where they were eating and have a joyful moment. Storming, that's at the same time. We could see Storming and Destiny and all them down and with the other crossover chick, Love and Marriage Atlanta. Is it Love and Marriage Atlanta? The Real Housewife of Atlanta. They all over there celebrating with that chick with the enemy. With Melody enemy, her husband. They celebrating, you guys. Yeah, they all sitting down to eat, yeah. And then they raised their eyebrows. They saw a caramel of Ishmaelites. So notice now, they done throw their brother down in the pit. Now they sitting down to eat. They were coming from Gilead and headed to Egypt. The camels were carrying all kinds of herbs, spices, and riches. So Judah, that's another brother, looked at his brother. He began to rationalize as to why don't kill him, y'all. Don't kill him. If we kill our brother, we cannot prosper us. So let's sell him to the Ishmaelites. Yes, we can't kill him. So what did Kiki say? That everybody had turned on Melody. First thing they said what to do is everybody turn on her. If everybody turn on, if we all in unified to turn on Melody, that's how we gonna get rise up. That's how we gonna get all the publicity, yeah? But the Holy Spirit revealed to me that the men whom the brother had sold Joseph to was a multitude of angels. Yeah, multitude of angels. Every time they dig a hole, we see a multitude of angels coming from. We look up where Melody at, walking walking and as modeling along with another agency. We look up. What happened? She done dropped 7th Avenue. We look up. What done happened? She dropping all her hoodies. God said go. God say push through. Yes. So they said, so they listened to the brother and they sold him into slavery. Yeah. Yeah. So, and when God favored, now let me start off here. Now the angels of the Lord were still carrying out this assignment. Yeah. Everybody is all upset. Everybody got their ish going on the internet, you guys. They got the ish going on. Now the angels of the Lord were still carrying out the assignment. They made sure no harm or no danger approached Joseph. They stirred the Ishmaelite into the direction of Pharaoh, and the angels of the Lord made a prosperous transition because they sold David, but they didn't know what happened. I mean, they sold Joseph, y'all. Joseph became this great man. Every house he went to was favored because of God's blessing on him. Look at how Melody is blessing the whole Love and Marriage Huntsville house. I'm telling y'all, when I don't have nothing else to sell, you put on, right? They buy it. They'll buy it. She blessing all of us, the whole household, whether you saying something good or bad, you getting blessed. Even if you against her, they throwing them cash app ass. Even if you fired, you still getting your cash app and you getting your YouTube monetization. What did she do? Because of who she is, God had blessed her. So when she walks into the house is blessed, whether you want to accept it or not. Jay Bolin. Yeah, they bless each other, Jay Bolin. Content creators. How much money y'all? How many cash app y'all got? Discussing this ish. This negative ish about this woman and what was done to this woman. And then you bring the rest of the content creator in there, trying to pull them into the ish too. I'm telling you, this is evil. This is dark. This is a spiritual warfare. All right. And so let's talk about now the angels of the Lord were still carrying out the assignment. They will make sure that you are blessed and protected. Don't forget that, y'all. And with favor, God blessed Joseph. He was blessed with success. And his master Potiphar was chief of the bodyguard. So what did they do? They made him overseer now. Just think he was supposed to be a slave, but everywhere he go, he is overseer, y'all. So anyway, I'm going to leave y'all with this. This revelation revealed to us that when you have God favor, you will be prosperous. You can be a high school dropout. And if God's favor fell upon you, you will walk among kings. You will travel with mountaintop people. The scripture tells us that God blessed the Egyptian home and for Joseph's sake. Now let's just listen at this. Now, I'm going to tell you how blessed this girl is to this evil man called my soul. Gonna come down and try to make fun of her blessings. He gonna say, you just throwing whatever on the stick, right? But no, they are sticking. Let's hear. Y'all remember this. Y'all remember when my soul came to visit.
What would she recommend I do? And how would she want me to converse pertaining to how I'm feeling? And so I just made a conscious decision to go that route instead of going that route.
necessary. You know why? Because we're intelligent adults. And I'm pretty sure when you say something or when I say something, it's back with some kind of reason.
So, well, let's talk about the reasoning.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is why I wanted to invite you. I was at Tiffany's baby reveal, and Miss Nell kind of pulled me to the side and we were talking. And she said, Fletcher and I went out to dinner with Tisha and Marcel, and she began to share with me the things you had to say about me and my business practices and a lot of little jabs, I guess.
A lot of times when people communicate, they have a tendency to embellish. First of all, I didn't call you by name, and it was part of a larger conversation.
Okay.
We were talking, and they said, well, I heard that it didn't go well because you guys didn't want to pay. And so I'm like, no, that's not it right there.
Remember how the demon do weaken, just wickedness. Now he trying to switch everything around. That he was not trying to scandalize this lady name. That he was not trying to minimize her blessings that she gets. Let's just say this: the Bible tells us that in Joseph, when Joseph house that Joseph went to, the wife was deceitful. She was the devil. In this case, this man right here have been very deceitful. My soul, him and his wife. She called my Melody a dark soul, but her soul is indeed dark, and he is too. I'm talking about all this ish that's going around. So as you can see, favor is on this young lady because she had a praying mother, you guys. But anyway, this praying mother, Vanessa Tracy, has her book. Y'all can order her book. Ushered. I heard that the book was good. I got to get me a copy of it anyway, you guys. But it's www.vanessatracy.com. And she also dropped Melody, this fashion that Melody is wearing right now. Melody is certainly slaying it. Get about that book. Don't forget about Miss Vanessa Tracy Rogers' book called Usher. www.vanessatracy.com. And indeed, this was a spiritual warfare. It's going to continue on being a spiritual warfare. We have to stay prayed up, calling on our ancestors, calling on our angels, calling on our higher power. Indeed, when favor is on you, nobody else can destroy it. Yes, favor. That's what I see. Mel is doing favor. When favor is on us, y'all can get ready. Come on up. Ain't nothing nobody else can do. You could have the same thing like my soul. My soul got t-shirts too, but they ain't going nowhere. That's why he sat down at that table. He told that woman, he told Melody, he did not value that. He didn't value it because he wasn't making no money. But as soon as that cast realized that the favor is on Melody, it's not on them. They souls too dark. They dark spirits. How can you be blessed if you a dark spirit? Everything you do is deceitful. No, it don't work like that, you guys. It just don't work like that. Hey, Shirley Terry, what's up? Sandra Sanderson, what's up? Impertentuous, Scorpio MZ. Morning, good morning, Grand Rising, y'all. All this spiritual wickedness going on. Yes, all this spiritual weakness going on in this YouTube streets. All this ish. I call it the ish mess. Oh boy, yep. It's polarizing. Anybody want to come up? They can. Polarizing, you guys. What y'all think about this spiritual weakness going on?
I think it's coming around because the devil is showing himself. He's letting them know, letting us see them, and he's letting them know that it's time to come out and play. And that's what the devil is doing. It's spiritual warfare, all right. And let me just mention the part where they get to the house in Houston. Yes, when they get to that house in Houston, when the Fletchers get there, Melanie shows up right after they did, and I think that was designed by her to make sure she lay down the law and the rules that she's gonna be governed under while she's there with all of them demons. She let them know this is not play. She is not playing. This is not for negotiation. That don't be partnering her with that demon, that little buddy demon at all. She's not going to play that. Don't be putting her with him. Don't be partnering her with him. Don't put her in the same vicinity of the house that she's going to be in. And she let them know this is not, she is not playing with them. This is not for negotiation. And this is not going to be something y'all going to be playing with her like this. No, we're not going to do this. And I'm glad that she said that, because there's no reason for Martell to even say nothing to her. Because, and I love it, the fact that don't speak to him. If you speak to him, that gives a devil a chance to come into your soul. Don't even acknowledge that devil. Don't even look his way. And he was trying to do everything to get her attention and everything. He want her to say something, and
I
she's
like.
around.
I just want to say this, you guys. Hey, Tawanda Hill, could you come up? Tawanda Hill, do you mind?
Tawanda Hill, we need you.
Yeah,
Roger that.
that's my Facebook friend. But anyway, Tawanda Hill, did y'all notice that in that house I saw everybody except for Kiki?
Kiki.
So they purposely leave Kiki out? And who pays for that house? Did the Fletcher pay for that house that everybody lived in? Or do Love and Marriage Huntsville cast, the producer, pay for that house? But whatever the case is, they had made no room for Kiki, you
Right.
guys. I noticed that, and I was noticing that when they were all in that bar.
Right.
I didn't see her, and I'm wondering where is she. They did mention what was going on with the
Uh, uh, uh,
Whitlows.
right.
Yeah, with the Whitlows. So we knew about the Whitlows, but
But she didn't mention Kiki at all. She didn't say
they didn't.
nothing about Kiki. And I think
She
that was on purpose.
Yeah, she got a phone call from Kiki, and then it was later on. I don't know if Kiki asked her or Kiki told them that she was coming,
Yeah.
but because that's how it went out. She said she told her husband Kiki called, and I told her she could come. So yes, that's right, Mr.
Mhm.
Niece. Yes, they did. They left that girl out. So I wonder why. Why
And,
was she left out? Why was she being shunned?
and think about this, Black Titanic. It's just my opinion and my opinion only. But the fact that Kiki had to call Nell about the event, called her to see can she come. Now that think I didn't like that. In my opinion, I think she purposely left her out.
Well, she called her mom. What we do know about that is on another content creator. I was listening. She had called her mom was crying and apologizing to, I guess her mom said she was, hey, you look like my aunt. She look like my
That's
auntie.
Taffy. Hi, Taffy.
Yeah, look like,
Oh,
hey,
but
look,
turn off. Yeah. How do I get this camera off?
you got your
Okay.
avatar. Push that where it says start
Okay. Yeah.
cam,
Yeah. Okay. I got it. I got it. Yeah.
start
Okay.
cam, push that. But anyway, yeah. So what you got? What's on your mind, Miss Toffee? Hey, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome.
Um,
Looks like my mama's sister. Go ahead.
get this camera off of me.
No, the camera not on you. You and your avatar.
Yes.
Okay. So what I was saying is, n- uh, oh gosh, I done lost my train of thought. Um, what happened to Stormy and them? They weren't there, weren't they invited?
Right. But Stormy them wasn't going to show up anyway. Stormy them ain't got time for them folks. And when they
Yeah.
do
No,
show up, knowing
Stormy
them,
and
they
them was there. They was there.
no, they didn't get, they was, I didn't see them at the house. They
Oh,
was at
oh,
the bar. They
yeah. They
didn't
were
show
at
up
the
at the
bar.
house yet.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah,
they went.
but you know what? Mel, they don't seem to realize and understand. Mel has grown. She has grown in her business. She has grown as far as mentally. She don't fool with them. The male that they knew 4 or 5 years ago, however long this thing been on, they're not dealing with that same person. She's not the person you could run over anymore and say all that foolishness to
Right.
and sit there and not respond. I mean, Kimmy should have found that out when she sat there when they were getting their toes done. And I mean, I never knew anybody. I've asked some friends about the ones, some of them that have different last names for their kids. Nobody think like that. That's what she's thinking because she knows she was a side chick first, and then she was a baby mama. She know
Right.
that, but she don't want everybody else to know that. But that's why she called herself trying to throw that to Mel, and that didn't even fall. That fall fell to the wayside because Mel was bam right there on it and sat her down. They can't deal with Mel now. Mel has flown beyond them. As you say, Black Titanic, she's flying with the eagles. And those are
Right.
buzzards down there that's on the ground. Those are buzzards.
Oh,
And
I
they
love
can't
it,
do anything.
Taffy.
Buzzards and actually they're vultures. They're vultures and buzzards and they can't fly. They just sitting there causing trouble.
Right.
Okay, now, Miss, I want to read what Melody Energy says. She says it seems like the Fletchers paid for the trip and the house. Yes, it does, don't it, y'all?
Hmm.
And the Scots ain't paid for nothing, but has the nerve to say who can stay and who can go. Now, y'all, did y'all know? I noticed that. Thank you, Melanated Energy. Tisha was the only one turning her nose up at the room she was in. Tisha turned her nose up. She did not want that room as if she now that's more luxurious than I ever saw her in.
Right.
She
Because
went
that's
on a woman trip, ain't paid for nothing in the
nothing.
room that she picked for. She got her nose turned up like it ain't good enough for her. And all that old nasty filth that we used to see in her live in. She
Her,
need to
her,
cut that mess
she ain't even got a room like that at home, and she have never
Yeah,
lived in a room
that
looking
room
like
at
that.
her home. The room at her house is all dirty and nasty. And then you saw in her purse digging for jewelry that had tags on it. I mean,
Right.
who
Tags.
do that? Who does that? Most folks have nice little bags that they have their jewelry in and their
Right.
I
makeup in.
was
When you
stolen,
traveling, and
allegedly. If you
yeah,
stealing, you ain't got time to take that tag off. You
That
just
is true.
putting them in your purse, allegedly. Now, I'm not
And
accused
you
of
can tell.
stealing, but
Let me
that's
say this: if you were $17 million, you don't pull a tax off jewelry because very expensive jewelry don't have a tag hanging on it. No, it don't. So that lets you can tell she went bought that jewelry from the five and dime somewhere or
well,
Walmart.
or else she picked what you
Or
call
she picked it up on the way out the store and just
after
yanked it back
holding
in
in
her
a purse,
pocket.
allegedly, and double allegedly.
Allegedly. Allegedly,
Okay,
that's a
Miss
lie.
Denise said it's Mel is an ex-producer and Kiki is Mel's friend. Mel should have advocated for Kiki to be there. And if Nell said Kiki could come, what was the problem? Okay, from my understanding, Miss Denise, that they had to vote on it. Mel voted for her to come to the house and Stormy. They said it was Stormy, but the rest of them voted no. Now
Right.
y'all know that's why I don't like all them Scots up there. They always plotting and scheming and
Hmm.
planning, and it's for them. It
Right.
was four of them. So that was what how that went down. That's what they say. Then y'all know how word get out
Hmm.
that word got out in the street that they had voted her off the show. In reality, I don't know none of this. I'm just saying allegedly that they didn't vote her out the show. They didn't want her in that house. Now look, if I were her, I wouldn't want to stay in that house with none of them. But if she can't afford the trip, I guess she needed to find somebody to help her out.
Hmm.
But the Fletcher, if y'all gonna be neutral, you're gonna be neutral. You just
Right.
can't look out for the Scots. In the first place, it's two of them. Myself say he's $17 million. He could get his own room.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's not. Everybody think that Melanie has something to do with her coming or not. That's not. That was not Melanie's trip. It's just like when if you got a trip, you plan a trip for everybody. You don't in the beginning go telling every you may not tell nobody. Like everybody was surprised when they got to the bar. You see what I'm saying? So it was not Melanie's trip to say who can come and who can go. She may voice her opinion saying, yes, I want her to be here, but it's up to the Fletchers whether they're going to really have her there. It's up to them because they can override anybody. It's their trip.
Well, let me read this. LRGA Curse, thanks for being here. She's a content creator. Any other content creator, you're here. Thank you. Thank y'all for the Cash App. Thank y'all for the super stickers. If anybody send me Cash App, it comes on my phone. It don't pop up here. So I'm just thanking y'all in advance.
And
But Miss
don't forget
Curry
your new
says,
member.
Miss
You got
Curry
a new
says,
member, uh,
Miss,
Roselle
can you
Richard.
hold on? Can you please hold on? Hold on till I get finished. It's literally work. Who gets to vote to show up to work? Yeah, that makes sense, Miss Curry. Who votes to show up at work? Because she is part of the cast. Thank you for saying that. That's great. And let me see what Miss Shirley say. She said, I think Tisha was so uncomfortable with Kiki being there. Tisha and the Snots should have taken their ass back to Huntsville. Or they should have got their own place.
Mhm.
Yeah, all four of them pitch in together and get your own place. That's how I would have handled it because you got two men in a group that should be able to put y'all up in a hotel, put their women's up in the hotel. Denise, let's see what you're saying. Just like they looked out for Mel to keep Martell away, they could have kept them separated. Yeah, that house was pretty big. I thought about that. Okay, Miss Toffee, what you has to say?
Yeah, I think that they could keep her separate because it is a big house. Lou and Tiffany didn't show up, so that's an empty room.
Right.
Yeah.
And they could put her on one side or put her on the same side with Mel, and that would have been a problem solved. But and when they go out to dinner or whatever they do, she could just be off well with Mel or with Nell, either one. That would her and Keisha, it's been an ongoing problem, so they say since they were teenagers or whatever. They
Right.
in and out, in and out. So that shouldn't have been too bad. I mean, yeah, she did throw a drink at her, but wasn't that weeks before they went on the trip?
Right.
So she shouldn't be terrified of her. She got her big baboon husband. He could help
Right.
her out. I mean, it's not like she should be terrified of her cousin. And so
Right.
they say she's supposed to be so tough. So
But
I don't see what the problem was. I know, did Kiki, did she ever make it? I don't know. I didn't really watch that.
no, Well, if she do make it, it's going to be on next week's next Saturday episode. But a lot of other housewives and other shows have people that got into it, and they still manage to have the two people at when they do getaways and stuff. So what's the problem? They act like they never seen that before or have heard of that. Kiki should have been there regardless, and it's Nell's
Yeah,
fault
yeah.
that she's not there.
She is a castmate. Who fault it gotta be? You gotta go with production and Carlo
Right,
Kings to make sure that all his cast members is taken care of because she is a full-time cast member
cast
now.
members.
She
But
sure is.
yeah, she is. So let's just see what Woo Woo said. Woo Woo said, why did Kiki complain to Anthony, blaming it on Mel? I don't have no privilege to any of that conversation or anything. I don't know. I'm just like y'all. I'm just listening and in the bushes to all this ish. I call it an ish or mess. I don't know anything. No. All this stuff I'm hearing for the first time. But I do want to say this about, I want to say this to the girl called, is it Melody MC?
Mm.
Yeah.
My heart goes out to you, young lady. You know, all I knew was about some cake stuff. That's all I ever heard was cake, 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 cake. He didn't like the cake or the cake wasn't right. So immediately I didn't know that all that had transpired with all her personal problems. Y'all know what she said happened to her, right?
Right.
Do you know Miss Toffee?
Well, yeah, I heard that she mentioned something about the cake was dry, but then months later, he said the cake was dry and laughed about it. So, yeah.
No, that's not the part. That's the only part I knew. But when she came out and said she relayed
Oh,
some
yeah, I heard
that
she told him some
that
private things.
violation, yeah, that the violation, she had been violated, and then he turned around and blasted when she got mad, when he got mad at her all over the internet. I did not know it was to that extent. I just thought it was about a cake. But I'm just telling you to this, my heart goes out to you and may your heart heal. Your heart heal. Cause I heard you crying day before yesterday. It still hurts the core of your soul every time you think about it. And for it to be blasted all over the internet, I know that's hurtful. I know that's shameful. But let me tell you something, lady. You are strong. You strong. Y'all, we gotta start embracing our women's, right?
Right.
We
Right.
gotta start being more positive and I wished I could have hugged her when she was over there crying. I wished I could have hugged even Kiki Mama when Kiki Mama was crying. And you know, they asked her was she gonna apologize. Kiki Mama apologized. When she could apologize, they still dogged her out. I'm sitting over there crying with her. Then I'm looking at the chats. Some of the people, most of the people in the chat had no sympathy
Mhm.
for Kiki Mama crying. What happened to our passion for humanity? Okay,
Mm.
Pinky, what you have to say about that?
Uh, I heard about it and everything, and to be honestly, that hurts my heart to hear someone's private business like that put out all over the internet. That is not how we supposed to do things. We supposed to protect one another, just like it hurt her. Just think about all the people that's in the chat that may be going through something similar right now, or had in the past went through that, or their child, or or another family member. Just think if you're dealing with that every day because that's one of your job functions, and nobody needs to be talking about that live on the internet. I don't think that was a place, and I don't think that was the time, and I don't think you as a person should spill things like that. Let if that person wants to tell that, let them do the telling. That's their story. That's why they call it your story. If you want to tell your story, let you tell it. Don't do that to a person. You don't
Well,
that
she
and that's
told
something
her
you can take.
story.
Yeah.
She told her story in private to that
Right.
content creator, and
Right.
when he got mad, he blasted it. I'm not on nobody's side. I'm
Right.
neutral. But what
Right.
I'm just concentrating on as being a victim myself,
Right.
not by my father, not by nobody else that y'all know. Cause one when to put the same thing
Mhm.
on me that my father had violated me. She took that story and put it on me, that girl's story. And that's why I came out cussing at her because she had crossed those boundaries, you guys.
She need to
So
be cussed out, slapped out,
yeah.
and everything.
So we're dealing with a lot of spiritual weakness, y'all, spiritual darkness in high places, you guys. And it's just important for us to try to stay positive. I didn't know how to come back. It's so much going on, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. Don't call my name. Anonymous, quit calling my name, Anonymous. You call my name over there when I just gotta say it, y'all. Don't put, I'm not connected with this doxing. I don't know for the life of me, Anonymous, why you put my name on there when you were talking to Chef Dun Dun. You called my name in the middle of all this doxing. I don't know nothing. I ain't had nothing to do with no doxing, no nothing. As a matter of fact, I've been trying to stay away from the internet because
Right.
it's just so much going on this internet street. But don't, Anonymous, quit calling my name. Anonymous, keep my name out your mouth. I don't mind you talking about me when it's something positive. But when you come to what y'all doing, all this doxing stuff y'all talking about, don't put my name in this ish. Don't compare me with none of y'all.
Right. A person's name should not be brought up if they have nothing to do with this. Why bring up someone's name for no reason at all? That doesn't make any sense to me. Everybody that's doing nothing but tearing. It's to me all this dark spirit, darkness is doing nothing but tearing us black women down. We need to stop tearing each other down every day. And if a person has nothing to do with this, by God, leave their name out of it. Don't try to drag people into something that they have nothing to do with. Y'all, please, let's stop all this. I don't know. I've never heard of those words before. And
Yeah, me too.
I, I
I
can
didn't
say
even
this
know
fact
what
that
it
I
was.
don't even know what that word means because we was trying to figure out what is that? What do that mean? Y'all leave these people. If a person have nothing to do with it, you can ruin that person. Don't do that. I'm just saying it from my viewpoint. I would not
Okay, let
do
me read this. Clam God said AL got all the bloggers and CC arguing over the mess. I'm gonna tell you something, Clam God. It's more than just that man that keep shit going. I swear, Anthony. Anthony is not innocent whatsoever, but it's three names keep popping up.
Yep.
Three names,
Three
3 to 4
people.
names. Yeah, keep popping up. All this shit just keep going. And then come to find out, I don't even think Anthony was not the one doing the doxing. It was, according to Anonymous, she did it. Anonymous said she did the doxing. So,
She said
and
someone asked her to find these names of these people.
yeah, and she did it. So it's wrong, you guys. I'm just coming here for y'all. We just want y'all to have a truce with each other. Can we find a common ground where y'all can have a truce with each other? And then it looked like the ones that doing the doxing, they got mad and then started doxing each other.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, this is some wicked shit, spirit. wickedness. And I poor little Chef Dunda, he's so sweet. I never heard nothing bad about him, even his name dragged in there. Little Chef Dunda just be over there doing his thing. You never hear nothing bad about that young man. Nothing.
Mm-mm.
His name was pulled in there. It's so much ish going on.
And it
Ish.
makes you wonder why are they doing this? What's going on in their life at home or at work or wherever that make them feel that since I'm feeling bad, I gotta make everybody feel bad. And then they come up with these stories to get you keep the constant creators upset with each other. Like you said, it's about three of them that keep this mess going. And I remember when I first started watching these things, my mother was sick and she was dying, and I was getting sick because like I live in California, my mother lives in Florida, and then I had this crazy sister that they were arguing and carrying on, and it was nothing I could do because I was far away, but I was getting sick listening to what they were doing, and I was having a heart problem. I was just sick, and the doctors told me to stop listening to them. Have your children find out what's going on, because I have a son in Florida, and I live with my daughter in California, and it was like, let them tell you what's going on. Don't let your sisters call. But I kept listening to them. And then I finally stopped listening and start listening to this stuff. And it was fun in the beginning. And I was just enjoying myself, listening, having fun, and answering, typing in, and corresponding back and forth. And then I noticed it was just one person every day. My daughter would come home and she started listening, and she said, I thought she didn't like this person. Now today she don't like this person. And then she said, this girl, this person sounds like a troublemaker to me. That's what my daughter was saying. This sounds like a troublemaker. What's going on? I said, I don't know. I'm just listening. And she said, well, you used to be laughing when I come in. Now you sitting up here listening and looking all, what's going, I said, I don't know what's going on. I said, but they are having problems. And I stopped flipping and going to somebody else. Then they were talking about this person and the troubles that they were having. But it used to be fun, but it got personal, or it got sick or something. It seems as though they need to sit and lay on somebody's couch and let them know what's going on, because this used to be some stations. Now, some people you have to drop. I had to drop people and move to where things were good. But I mean, for the last 3 days, in fact, I was sitting and watching. I said, okay, Mel's going to drop her line and she's calling it slate. I said, I bet. I thought maybe Coleslaw or Martell was going to do something foolish. I figured they would do something, so we'll focus on what they're doing instead of looking at the clothing line. But no, all this other stuff came up, the doxing and all this. But you know what? Some people were still able to focus on the clothing line. And that's who I was watching, them that was focusing on Mel's clothing line and not some of this foolishness. But I mean, some of this foolishness got pulled in. No matter what, it was getting worse
Yeah.
and worse. And then yesterday, we were on our way to Disney World, and I had the earphones in my ear, and I was sitting up listening to somebody, and I heard Kiki mama sitting up there crying and carrying on. And I'm like, oh my God, this stuff. I said, you know what? I'm going to the happiest place on the world. I had to cut it off. I had to just
Yeah.
click it off after she was crying, and she did apologize, and she said it was her that did this and that. And I was like, oh God, let me go and enjoy myself. And this too shall pass. I said, but you know what? It'll still be when I get out of here. I bet tonight they might be talking about it tonight. And so I tried to listen to some of what went on yesterday. And last night, and I saw where they got the cowboy hats and that kind of stuff. And I was like, okay, this might be okay. Then I saw, well, Melanie didn't want to be in the same room with old boy. And then I thought about, well, where is Kiki and where is Stormy them? But they wasn't showing up, and Kiki wasn't there either. But it's just like, it maybe in a couple of weeks they'll be good together. Everything will be good, and then somebody else will start arguing and carrying on. But it's almost like they have to keep troubles brewing in order to get clicks and views or something. I don't understand. It's just silly. It just needs to stop. And let's get back to what we were there, started out, and I enjoy listening to. And I was telling my son and my daughter-in-law about you, like Titanic, about all of the different things that you be telling us about. And I be writing down information about and to let my kids know, because I grew. My parents were civil rights workers and stuff down here in Florida, and we participated in the movement and things. So I understand a lot of stuff you be talking about. And my dad used to always tell us, "This is history. This is history. Tell your kids what's going on." And so
Mhm.
it's like now you just have to focus on what's happening around the world and just leave this to the side, because this ain't gonna amount to a whole lot.
Hold on, hold on.
I hope
Thank
it's
you.
a happy
Hold
ending.
on, hold on. Thank you for the $5 super sticker. Thank you, Miss Sean L. for now. Okay, Miss Topper, you can keep.
And I just want this to move forward, and then we'll have to move it forward. And today is a good day. I like what's going on right now. We talking, we having a good time, and today is a good day. I like this.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank
Yeah.
Hopefully, hopefully, all this ish on this internet gonna die down. But I just like to say that I'm just gonna put it out there. These is, I don't even know if I said it yet, but anyway, this is just my content creator. As a content creator, everything is just my opinion. Everything is just allegedly. I don't share my content, my creators or my viewership, whatever they got to say. That's just their opinion. This is fair use, and for educational and entertainment purposes, yes. And Melanated Energy said this is such a distraction. It was hard for me. It's almost a whole week I couldn't come forth, and I couldn't do anything. I just said, well, let me just stand still and look and listen and learn and see what's going on out there. All that behind that scenery stuff with all this doxing, that's shocking to me.
you. Right.
That's
Yeah.
shocking. Yes. Who was that saying their grandmother, their grandparents stuff has been exposed. So
That's
it's getting
sad.
to be serious. And then one content creator said she had to call the police. They all in court over, I don't know what they in court for, paperwork or
Right.
disagreement over contents or what. Anyway, say hello, Miss BT in chat. Kiki mom has done this before, in my opinion, and allegedly. I'm not feeling that, and it comes off as messy, fake to me. Think Kiki and her mom is a little more devious than known. Yeah, that's a miss. I don't know, y'all. She came out crying. I'm a sucker for tears. Yeah, I felt sorry for her, but a lot of y'all in the chat had the same as Miss Rabbit did. They didn't have no compassion for her. They felt like she was being devious. Yeah.
That is sad. That is sad. And
Yes.
Yeah. Real sad.
I don't like the way things are turning out. And and I look at it like this. I've been laying up trying to get well for the past 2 weeks. And so all I could and do is just sit back, and half of the time I've been I didn't even know what was going on. Half the time I don't even know what's going on because I'm too busy laying down trying to get well. And it haven't been an easy go around. And that's why you all haven't seen me, because I can't even keep track of what's going on myself between laying down, falling asleep, taking medication and everything, and in pain 24 hours a day. And I don't know that y'all know, they did 2 surgeries on me that day. They fixed my right.
Okay, hold it. We got to get into the surgeries.
Okay.
All right, Clem God said we used to laugh and talk trash about Huntsville, but as the show turned dark, some viewers turned dark, some bloggers turned dark. Yeah, spiritual warfare, spiritual weakness. Yeah, every day, just going by, y'all, all this weakness. And y'all, I'm getting ready to get off. I'm gonna read some of what y'all are saying. I'm gonna get off, and y'all, we just can't put this off on one person. It's a few of them out there that keeping a lot of junk going. It ain't just Al now, and I'm not taking up for Al. I just know it's three people always popping up, and it's a fourth one too. It's a fourth one too, but y'all love that person too much to call that person out. Tay Tay, the thing to me is you don't know who don't like you. Yeah, doxing is very dangerous to anyone. Some of these people are really crazy. Some of these CC are really crazy. Yeah, what are you dealing with? What are we dealing with?
When
The
we find out, it's too late.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, well, yeah. I just they've been trying to pull me in, y'all. I was be talking to Pinky. I'm not. They've been saying some negative stuff about me over there on their Facebook. I know who it was over there on Facebook. They started trying to pull me in over there, but what I did was just ignored it. I'm like, y'all not finna pull me in here. You pull my over there on Facebook. They pull one of my videos over there just to underneath the bottom make fun of me and talk about me over there. So I did just like Melody. Melody came out that same day was saying, some people you just gonna have to ignore. So I'm ignoring them. I just don't never have to be part of that Facebook group anymore. Y'all can have it. Y'all want to get dark over there, make fun of me, have fun doing it, but I'm not gonna be supporting y'all. And I've been over there that Facebook group a long, long, long time. And then it seemed like this week they had somebody come in and filtrate it, call themselves top contributors. All of a sudden, y'all pull my video and start making fun of me, trying to pull me out to argue with y'all. I'm not finna argue with y'all. Say what you want to say. Take your best shot.
There you go.
I'm
Keep
proud
your
of
head
you,
up
Black
and ignore
Titanic.
them.
Oh yeah, Miss Reese, thank you for the $10 super sticker. And Shirley said too many people are determined to be angry and with Kiki and her mom. Where's the grace and the understanding? Don't know, Shirley. She got grace from me though. Melanated. See, I don't know what they be talking about. They all talking to these people, docs and docs back. I'm glad I had asked her for an interview. I'm glad I didn't interview with her now. I had asked Kiki for an interview. She did reply, but I'm glad I didn't interview her now because it's just too much behind it. Too much darkness behind it. Trying to get her to be interviewed. Yeah.
You took
So
the
I'm
word right out of my mouth. Darkness.
uh,
You took the word right out of my mouth. Darkness.
yeah.
Yes, too dark.
So you guys, I know y'all like to apologize because I am a content creator. I do feel embarrassed over what is going on, but these are a group of grown people, grown mature people that I have no control of. They just at each other's throat, and there's nothing I can do but stay out the way. But I wish y'all keep my name out y'all mouth. All right, now if y'all saying something positive, y'all want to view some of my videos, I'm fine. But when y'all get to put my name in here when it next to doxing and all the rest of that crazy stuff, don't mention me. Don't mention my name.
Right.
Well,
Okay.
Black Titanic, I'm gonna say goodbye. And Pinky, I hope you
Okay.
feel better.
Thank
I
you.
saw you
Thank
out there
you.
walking your yard, saying that the trucks, the people that was working on your yard woke you up the other
Yep.
day. I saw one of those short ones. But
Thank
you,
you.
so I'll talk to you guys later. I'll be watching to see
Okay.
when you're gonna come back up. And take care and have a blessed and prosperous Sunday,
Okay.
everybody.
Thank you. And
All
enjoy the
right,
rest
bye
of the
now.
Sunday.
Okay, Miss Aris, Miss Kim said it's getting really ugly on Facebook and YouTube. People need to realize it's a TV show and you don't know these folks in real life. Okay, yeah. And Aries said Kiki is grown. She didn't need her mom to help her in that situation. She made she made it
Worse
worse.
for Kiki.
Well, that's what her mom was crying about, that she didn't want to make it. Y'all know I have a daughter that work in this industry too. I don't, y'all never, I might just say, well, my daughter worked for the Real Housewife of Atlanta. Now she working for Tyler Perry Studios. But I don't never tell nothing. Actually, when I ask her, she won't tell me nothing, no way. So I quit asking. But yeah, mothers, if you have if you have kids in production or on the screen, you can't get involved because you can cost them their job. I
Right.
did it one time and I realized that I could cost my daughter her job. I didn't do it no more. That's when she first started working for the Housewife of Atlanta.
Yeah.
Okay, people, what to say?
He
People
said,
need to be mindful of what they say. You never know whom you may have to come back
yeah,
to.
that is
Wow.
true.
Yes.
That's true.
Hey, let's see what's going on up here. I'm just trying to get all of y'all. Pinky
Uh,
the housewife. Thank you for being here, Pinky.
you are welcome.
Tay Tay say that they need a more production team, period. We need a whole new shake up everywhere. And
Right.
listen, y'all, don't look like the sky's going nowhere. Well, I mean, it's not really up to Carlos. He don't have the last word, but his word was that he don't think nothing wrong with the Scots, y'all. So according to him, they're not going nowhere. But the fans got the last word, and we
Right.
don't watch it. Of course, they'll be going. They have to shut the whole damn program down. And I
Right.
think the only reason this program is still going is by the grace of God. It's called some melody, right?
Right. If it wasn't for Melanie, the show wouldn't even be a show no more.
Yeah, we uh LRGA Curse is a content creator. She said, "You bless your heart." Whoa, whoa says, I unsubscribed to Anthony way back during the cake gate. Whoa, whoa. Y'all, boy.
Hmm.
Anthony discussed her private business over the internet. I saw that live. You guys need to see it. Oh, wow. This guy, y'all, I think he apologized for that. I think so. But wow, this is so sad what's going on, y'all. It's just sad. And when the young lady was crying yesterday, that touched my heart. What's it this week, y'all?
Yeah.
Yeah. Grand Rising, Miss Black Titanic. You look so beautiful today. Thank you,
You
Miss.
do. I've been saying that to myself. You
Thank
look like 20
you.
years younger today. I don't know what she did overnight, but Miss Black Titanic, your hair, you got that hair slaying today. And you're looking beautiful. I'm thinking to myself, you should have told me we was going to be looking pretty today. I would have had my husband to help me do something because you looking good.
Okay, Clam God said the lawsuit is going to take the Scots off. Oh, Lord have mercy.
We
Yes.
can only
Due to
pray.
all these spiritual weakness. It don't seem like Melody have much to say either. Who be on the show, Denise? Yeah. And Melody, no, she don't. She barely on there herself. To
Hmm.
me, when you truly raise your child, they should be able to stand on their own. And
Hmm.
that's something that's troubling about Tisha, man. Tisha can't stand on her own. She need that man, either she looking at my soul or her mother.
Of mama. Hmm. Let
Kim
me ask you
Woodward.
a question, Black Titanic. Did we ever do anything about the full armor of God? Did because that's that prayer.
Yeah, you weren't here when I put it up on the screen.
Oh, yeah. I was probably still trying to brush my teeth, probably.
Yeah, I had it up on the screen and I read it
Okay.
off to the audience.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Kim Wood, the problem happens when these mothers become involved. Why are they calling bloggers and giving interviews, especially if you're not on the show? If they cannot be classy like Miss
Miss
Van,
Van.
stop talking. Hey, I'm looking for something. Can you talk to the audience for me?
Okay, I'd be happy to. Can I go ahead and bring up the information on Kimmy? What I felt about
Yeah, you
Kimmy?
can talk about Kimmy while I'm looking for some. I'm looking for
Okay,
some.
guys, let me just say this. In this episode with Kimmy, if you notice, Kimmy always every scene that they do, they talk about her waka quaka. I don't know what I want to call it today. It's a waka quaka today, but every scene there was, it was about that nasty waka quaka that she got. They cannot do anything without bringing that up. And she remember when Maurice said with the interview with CK that she's standing by him like he stand by her, and her thing that he needed her to do is just roll over and suffer through it, right? And she decided to tell him that that was disrespectful. And you all probably seen it. Let me show you the picture that I'm talking about. Remember when they was in this room together, and she told him it was disrespectful that he decided to share on national TV. Y'all have to excuse me. National TV that showed on national TV to say that comment that about her coochie. Okay, Cheryl Michael. Okay, the coochie. Okay, the whatever we want to call it today. But anyway, and that he need to apologize to her family, her mother, because that and I always thought about that. How do her family feel about that? It was almost like she didn't care about how her family felt in a way to me. But the thing about it is, for her to sit up on national TV, uh, on an interview, I mean, and explain and defend him, was she worried about her mother when she did that? Because remember, she was coming after us for disagreeing and not liking and couldn't understand why would he say that about his wife, but she defended him. So instead of her just worrying about how that he need to apologize to her family, which he do, he need to apologize to the whole family, her son and everybody, right? And to the public as well. But anyway, she need to apologize to her family because she sat there right beside him and defended his actions, defended his words. She took up for him. And then she wants him to apologize. Both of y'all need to be there apologizing to your family. Both of you all need to apologize on national TV. He needs to apologize to not just to you, but all women out there. There's a lot of women that's suffering with the that C word. So, and now this is all of my opinion only. Okay, so what and this is and what I'm saying is covered by the it is covered under the 1976 Act. Okay, so as I said before, this is my opinion and my opinion only. But they both need to sit there in another interview and apologize to everybody because we was taken up for that little demon Kimmy the demon, and then she gonna go off on us. So you need to apologize to your family yourself, saying that you only did that because you were taking up for your man, but it hurt you too. So you need to apologize to them. But that's the only thing that they can talk about. And then when they invited that counselor, or when she invited the counselor to come over to the house, I'm going to pull up that picture too. She invited the counselor to come over to the house. It didn't make no sense to me. And I think I may have a little recording on that.
When we first got together, watching him build stuff and lay floors and hang tile, being a single parent and having to do so much, it was great to have some help.
That's the best way that I think you've ever put that. I never made the connection between you being a single parent and having to do everything on your own.
Can y'all hear that?
To do things because now you shouldn't have to do it. Like literally, I've never heard that before in any of our communication. You're likely to get more exercise.
So you're getting better at my communication too.
That's good,
When you hear that, and if you notice, he made sure he tell her he never heard that before.
Okay.
He never heard that before. So he making sure he said on national TV, I never heard that before. So and he planned it off. Yeah. He you know what? The way, and he even doing the when the sex therapist, it was not sex therapist, you know, the sex therapist, they was totally off. They both thinking two different ways about their relationship and their what happens when the doors are closed in the bedroom. He had no, even during that talk, he had no pity, he had no sympathy, he had no understanding still what a wife would be going through. He still tells anybody that will listen, it's all in her head.
And you know what? She should tell him it's all in your head that you can't go out here and work too. That's what
Right.
you need
It's
to be
all in
telling
his
him.
head. You're right. You're right, Black Titan. This
Okay.
man has no compassion for this woman. He still, no matter what people try to get him to understand, they ain't gonna get him to understand because he only thinks one way, and that's it. He only thinks with the head down there. He ain't thinking with no other head or compassion. He don't give a darn about that woman. And seems like she is finally seeing what she is married to. He's no prize. He is not a prize at all. And now she's got to live with what she is married to. That she pumped up, built him up on this show for him to be tearing her down on the show.
All
Yes.
right, you guys. We finna cover it's 2 hours and 22 seconds or a minute.
22
But
minutes.
anyway, you guys, I'm getting ready to zoom off, and it's so nice of everybody to come to my rescue. When I say come to my rescue, for showing up, and thank you guys, y'all so sweet. I was just scared to show up. I didn't know whether the chat was gonna be polarizing with a bunch of ish, but I shouldn't have underestimated you guys. You guys rock. Y'all are very mature, intelligent, grown up people over here in our life.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Thank
Anyway,
you
so
guys.
thank you, Pinky, for getting out of your sick bed. You must love you love these millimeters because you
I
on your
love these
sick
millimeters.
bed.
I do.
Yeah.
I love these millimeters. And y'all know I can't go nowhere without my Black Titanic. I call her my Black Titanic. She is God sent to me. I love her. She
Okay,
is
I'm gonna go all Shirley say we love you, Mama. Helen love you too, Shirley. Shirley love you too.
we
Ari
love
sending
you
love
guys.
and prayer.
And I'm gonna go lay down.
Okay, Mary Wilson, go on and you can sign on off.
All
Thank you.
right.
You did a
Thank you
good
guys.
job.
Love you.
You really co-host today. Thank you so
Thank
much.
You're welcome.
Tay bye. Janice Jacob bye. Melanated Energy later not bye. Cheryl Michaels. And I'd like to thank all of y'all for the Cash App, the new members, the old members, the PayPal stickers, and everything that y'all do for me, y'all. I thank y'all, right? Cheryl Michaels, Tay Tay, Denise, Shirley, Miss Reese, Shirley, Mary, Denise, Melanated Injury, Clamp God, Della Jones. Do I know you? Let's see what she's saying, y'all. Anyway, I don't recognize that name, but let me see what she's saying. Denise, who sent you with all that hateful noise against Melody? That all you speaking on is hate. Wow. Towards Melody. Who are you? Where you come from? Out of the blue. Wow. I didn't see that, y'all. Anyway, you guys, I didn't see there's nothing but love, peace, and light coming from over here, you guys. All right, Denise. My soul talks about her like she's only good for sex. All right, Mary Willis, Toby Field, Shirley, Cheryl Michaels, Chocolate, Sexy Chocolate, 215, Tay Tay, Kim Woodward. I think I got everybody. If I didn't call your name, whoa. Who said what I said? Where you been? I don't see her on here, but she used it on here. Miss Reese, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you. Docs and Docs back. Yeah, that's about the craziest stuff. But whatever y'all do, when y'all talk about that doxing, don't put my name in it. I don't want no parts of it. Tay Tay, Miss Reese, Sean Fennell. All right, you guys, I'm gone. Robin, rabbits running. Hello, Miss BT. I just chatted. Hello, Miss BT. And Miss, what's her name? Kiki Mom has done this before. Oh, yeah, I read that. Yeah. Tammy Van, what people show you who they are, believe them the first time. Run negative people, put out negative energy. God is amazing. All right, y'all. It's over 2 hours. I'm gone, and I love all of y'all. I didn't see Linda Gamble. I didn't see our leader, Miss Sean Hitman. I haven't seen you in a while. I've been knowing where y'all don't be here. Y'all see Miss what's her name? Ray Sean or Miss Sean? Oh, y'all see everybody. Tell them I said hi. All right, y'all. Bye. See y'all later. Thank y'all for everything. Thank y'all.